Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be going over my trading setup. I get a lot of questions about what PC I use, what equipment, what's it made up of, was it custom built, what's in it, what monitors do you use. So I've had loads of questions about that, so I'm going to go over my setup. Before I do that, I just want you to know that my setup here isn't required to start trading. I started trading on a 15-inch laptop, a Lenovo laptop, and that done the job fine. But you have to understand, if you're treating trading as a business and it's your business and it's your livelihood as well, you want to invest some money into having the best equipment that you can afford to move your business forward and be ahead of the game. So I'm going to go through everything now. I'm also going to put the spec, I'll show the spec in the video. I'm going to show you pictures and images of inside the PC as well, so you can get a feel for what I use. Now, first of all, you have to understand that not only do I trade, so I have multiple monitors, I also run live rooms, I also check news feeds, I run multiple charts, I've got different time frames, a big portfolio, I'm doing screen record software sometimes, and all these other functions that are going on. So you have to understand that to have multiple monitors, first of all, it just makes my life easier. Rather than clicking through different charts and different programs, I can have them all set out on 6 screens, which makes it much easier for me. But you absolutely don't need that. If anyone, there's lots of people, influencers online, sharing their setups like it's glamorous. It looks good. I actually get excited about trading setups, but that's just like anyone in any business that gets excited or geeks out on the equipment. You absolutely don't need it. But it's just, I'm going to share with you what I've got, but just bear that in mind. So the first thing that you want to bear in mind is the processor. You're going to want a decent processor. Now, if you've just bought your PC in the last 2 years, you've probably got 2 or 3 years, you've probably got more than enough, usually off the shelf. You've got adequate processor power to trade, right? It will host your platform fine and you'll be good to go. Mine, I've got an Intel Core i7-5820K. That came with my PC. It's an i7 processor. I'm just about to look at upgrading my processor. So my PC's about 3 years old now. I had it custom built. I'll give you the company description that built my PC below, and I'll give you this entire spec below. But mine's an i7. If you've bought a PC off of the shelf in the last 2 or 3 years, you've probably got an i5 or an i7. I would go with the i7 if you can. The next thing, so the processor's like the brain. Okay, so the next thing is the RAM. So if the processor's the brain, the RAM's how many things it can juggle at once. Now my RAM is actually a 32GB Corsair DDR4, so it's actually 4 times 8 gigabytes. I'm going to put the spec below again for that. Try and get 16 gigs of RAM so that you're good to go on that. So the next thing's the hard drive. Now the hard drive's essentially the memory, where everything's stored, and also how quickly it can get all those things, grab all those things that aren't being used, all those processes that aren't being used. The speed of the hard drive will determine how quickly that happens. My hard drives, I've got a few now. Actually, one I had a 1 terabyte Seagate, and then I had an SSD solid state drive, 240 gigabyte Kingston drive, and this year I had another drive put in, which was a Western Digital. It was a 4 terabyte mirror drive, that solid state again, that I had put in. It was a mirrored drive so that it can it backs everything up and it swaps over, takes a backup automatically of all of my stuff. So I've actually got 3 drives in there now. The next thing is a graphics card. Now if you're going to have multiple monitors, you're probably going to have multiple graphics cards, because you can get dual graphics cards where you've got a VGA output and you've got an HDMI output maybe, or a digital output. You're probably going to have 2 monitors on that. I've got 6 monitors and I've got 3 dual graphics cards. The graphics cards that I've got are 1GB Gainwood GT730 Silent FX, Again, the specs below for those. And I've also got my PSU's a 630 watt Be Quiet Pure Power. So it's a very, very quiet power supply as well, so it's not whirring away in the background. I run multiple charts at once. I don't want crashing. I don't want you know, that blue screen of death. I don't want lagging. I want crisp charts, and I want a really, really clear graphics card. So those are my graphics cards. You can probably get better ones than that now. Next thing is monitors. Now monitors are important because when I started trading, I didn't realise that I was spending so much time at the charts and it was having an effect on my eyes. I went to an optician for the first time in years and they said, your vision's fine, but because you're one of your eyes is slightly shorter sighted than the other, and because you're staring at screens that have a flat surface, one of the eyes is doing more work than the other. So it really took a strain on my eyes. So what I did is I upgraded my monitors for the AOC anti-glare HD screen. So it's really crisp, clear picture quality in HD, but it's also got an anti-glare film on it, which helped take the glare off of that and help ease my eyes a bit as well. 23-inch monitors, that's what I use. I've got 6 of them, and they are all backed on this stand, which is by far the best stand that I've ever used. I've had 3 of these and I threw away 2 of them within a month. They were just flimsy crap. One of them fell to bits. I threw it in the skip. This one is so solid, very sturdy, never had a problem with it. And I've actually got one that I can ship out to anyone that shares this video. So if you comment on this video, like the video and share the video, I've actually got this actual setup, this stand, not including the monitors, that I'm going to ship out to you guys. I'm going to pick a winner at random and you'll have one of those for yourself. So that's the stand that I use for the monitors. And the next thing's obviously have a good internet connection. If you're going to start trading, you want to be serious about having a decent internet connection. But lastly, I just want to say, if you're looking at getting a PC like this, you can have them custom built. The company I use is here in the link below. But if you just want to buy one off of the shelf, you can usually buy a very decent gaming PC. PC or a laptop like Alienware or MSI. They do great systems that you can just spec up, buy off the shelf, order online, and it's delivered. And you don't have to get involved with any of this stuff. I'm not very, very technical, so I don't really know the ins and outs of all of these components. I had this spec'd up for me and custom built, but you don't have to do that. If you just buy any decent gaming PC off the shelf, it's pretty much going to do the job. So that's my setup. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them below. And until the next video, I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day and take care.